Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Revv, Singapore's ultimate motoring channel. And my name is Renee, your host in this series for all things motoring. And today we really have a treat for you. We will be reviewing one car that has a really huge following in Singapore. And of course, we are talking about the Mini Cooper. And to be more exact, I'm talking about the Mini Cooper Paceman. So you may ask yourself, how does the Mini Cooper differ from other Mini models? Well, we're about to find out.
The Paceman is what Mini is calling the world's first sports activity coupe. It offers the same go-kart feel that all Minis are known to have. This is basically a two-door version of its countryman model. It is larger than a conventional Mini hardtop, 1.5 feet longer, 4 inches wider, and 4 inches taller with a nice sloping roof. It has lots of styling which is carried over from the countryman as well, like the flared fenders, squared-off headlights, and a more upfront nose. It is lowly slung with nice big rims and a really cool spoiler at the back, and a really aggressive flared rear, which adds to the sport look of the Paceman.
Ever since the Mini was introduced in the early 60s, the Mini has captured hearts all over the world. The Paceman comes with a few variants, namely a base 1.6 litre and a turbocharged 1.6 litre Cooper S model. The one we have today is the base model Paceman, with a 6-speed transmission, 4-cylinder inline engine with fully variable valve management based on BMW Group's Valvetronic technology. Let's go. This model has 120 bhp and 160 Nm of torque. Tank capacity is 47 litres, averaging about 13.6 km per litre. Top speed is 184 km per hour. Very low CO2 emissions at 177 grams per kilometre, and the Paceman will do 0 to 100 in 11.5 seconds.
Automatic stability control and traction prevent the front wheels from spinning, guaranteeing ideal starting conditions and plenty of traction. Latest generation 4-sensor ABS brakes with cornering braking control and electronic brake force distribution provide quality control and stability while cornering, braking at high speeds and when you're loaded up. Mini Paceman brakes are perfectly adapted to suit the power of the model, and its braking system is designed to cope with repeated intense use without noise or juddering. Using multiple sensors, dynamic stability control recognizes critical driving situations and reacts early to prevent skidding, oversteering, and understeering. If required, it automatically applies braking force to individual wheels at the front or rear for maximum stability. Optimum headlights on straights and bends alike, thanks to the optional bi-xenon headlights, which adapt to the direction of the road. Changing flat tires in dangerous situations become a thing of the past. Optional on 17 and 18-inch wheels, run flat tires let you keep on driving with a flat tire for up to 80 kilometers at speeds of 80 kilometers per hour and keep you in control even with a sudden loss of tire pressure. In addition to driver, front passenger, and side airbags, curtain airbags come as standard. These pillow-like airbags cover the top half of the side windows, front and rear, guaranteeing impact protection and safeguarding against injuries from flying glass. Front, back, and sides. The rigid body protects the precious cargo within. A safety steering column with an integrated crash element allows the column to move up to 80 mm in the case of a collision, preventing injury to the driver's chest. Relax into the road. With the multi-link rear axle, each wheel reacts independently, meaning that an uneven road surface doesn't disrupt the whole chassis, and you enjoy superior handling, safety, and a smoother ride.
In terms of styling, if you are a Mini follower, then you'll find the interior of the Paceman very familiar. Mini continues with its Revv Team style interior.
In the interior, we have Mini's retro toggle switches. Also available, a 2 or 3 spoke steering wheel. Really comfortable sport seats.
And the engine starts by pressing this start-stop button.
The standard center speedo with an inbuilt infotainment system. A CD, DVD, and climate control console. and with a center rail which allows you to connect your iPod, cup holders, and even your mobile phones. The passenger space also offers more legroom with lounge-style rear seating and more headroom.
In terms of boot space, you have 330 liters of space, and if you happen to fold the seats, you get 108 liters of space. For four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive configuration, the Paceman can do no wrong. And the model that we are driving right now has the sport switch, and once you kick that in, the steering gets a whole lot more firmer, and in terms of throttle response, a whole lot more responsive. And just to give you an idea about what the sports mode feels like, let me just put it to sports mode for you. Okay, well, just to let you know what I'm feeling right now is the steering is getting a whole lot firmer, throttle as well, just by acceleration I can actually feel it getting more responsive, and to give you a bit more of the feel and the sound or the power itself. Let's just hear this. It's picking it up. I'm getting a whole lot more power, and steering really responsive as well. So if you're thinking about power-wise in the low and mid-range levels, well, I can tell you the Paceman has everything that you need in terms of speed and pickup as well. If you're planning on getting yourself a Paceman, it will cost you $171,300 inclusive of COE, and the road tax is $742 annually. Overall, the Mini is really one of those cars where you can really customize it to your personal taste with a whole wide range of optional equipment that you can add on to, with funky names like Salt, Pepper, and Essential, just to name a few. You may check with Eurocars Habitat Private Limited for more details. We've come to the end of this episode of Revv. If you do want to find out more about the Mini Paceman or other Mini models, you can contact them over at Eurocars Habitat Private Limited for a test drive. And we would also like to thank Eurocars Habitat Private Limited for letting us have the Mini Paceman for our review.
Remember to join us and like us on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at the links below. If you would like us to showcase a certain car model on our show, leave a comment below or message us on our Facebook.